Welcome back to everyone. And today we are going to see what is dynamic pivot table. Okay. So in yesterday class, we have discussed what is static pivot table, right? So static pivot table means the columns are fixed, or we are going to give the columns. Okay. So in dynamic, the column fields are automatically fetched from the table. Okay, then it if we add some more datas or more dates, okay, so it's automatically changes the column field. Okay, so okay, so let's see. So first we will see just an overview of static pivot table. Then after that we'll go with dynamic. Okay, here I'm going to click this database patch 8:30 p.m. Okay, so already I have feed some data here. Okay, yeah, so I'll show the data. The table name is ATT. Okay, so here we have some data from date of 12 to 20. Okay, so these column already we have discussed it. Okay, so here 5 students attendance status are feeder. Okay, so from the date of 12 to 20. Okay, so first we will develop a query for or a pivot table, static pivot table. Okay, so and after that we'll convert that static into dynamic. Okay, and here I need these columns. Okay, so these columns for my column conversion. Okay, so I'm going to give attendance date. Okay, so I need those columns, but we have some duplicates here, so we have to convert or we have to shortlist it, short this. Okay, so like I'm going to give distinct uh, for getting unique values. Okay, and here we need to give square brackets. Okay, so we need to give square brackets before and after the value. Okay, so by doing that I'm going to give just two single quotes. After that pass square brackets, and here just give plus. Okay, it's like a string concatenation. Okay, then here just give square bracket and comma. Okay, so the comma for segregating the table values. Okay, so now we get the format of column. Okay, then I'm going to delete this. Here I'm going to fetch some data, name, comma, attendance, status. Okay, and this is huge name, so I'm going to make much shorter, like status, and then attendance, date. So this column are we needed to create a pivot table. Okay, so before that I'm going to make some main query for okay, so for this, and after that just pass parenthesis, then you have to give a list name for that. Then here now we can go with pivot table. Okay, so I think I should know this. Yeah, so already we have knew what is pivot and what are the syntaxes there. Okay, so that's why I'm going little faster. Okay, then here pivot, and inside the pivot table we have to give the aggregate function. Okay, so you can give maximum for maximum and minimum aggregation function for string data types also. Okay, and here I'm going to give I'm going to make date as alias name for the attendance underscore date. Okay, so just I'm going to pass the date. Okay, so you can call the alias names here, substitute names here. Okay, so maximum date for, oh, here I have to pass status because I'm going to make the attendance date column values into column header, right? So for here I'm going to give at that is date, right? And in open and close brackets here, now I'm going to pass this entire data, and here I'm going to paste this. Okay, just give end and delete, end delete. Okay, that's all. Yeah, so now we get the format. Here on comma is extra, so I'm going to delete this. Okay, so now just here we have to give a pivot alias name. Okay, that is a, yeah, I'm going to give v because I already gave here. Okay, so just run this. So now we get the datas. Okay, so now we get the pivot table. Okay, and this is static, right? Because if the date has increasing, right, so the date will increasing. Okay, and I'm going to, in each time like count to add 21, 22, 23, 24, like this. Okay, so in that kind of situations we need dynamic table. Okay, so because if you're taking employee table or employee attendance management or a student attendance management, the day has increasing, right? So we need to give the dates for each day. Okay, so if you convert your static, this is static query. Okay, so the values are constant, right? So if you convert the static query into dynamic query, we can't do it. So that is not necessary to do any arrangements in your query because it is dynamically changed. Dynamic means automatically fetches the column values and gives you the result. Okay, so let's see how to convert this static table into dynamic table. Okay, so let's check. So before that, uh, I'll I will show some steps for that. Okay, then after we'll go with dynamic table. Okay, so first you can pass your query in string format and you can execute it. Okay, so you can pass your query in string format, like, see how to pass that. So first I'm going to declare some variable. Okay, so I'm going to pass some variable like sql, that is my variable, and I'm going to give enval character, that is max. Okay, then here I'm going to set at sql. Okay, so I'm going to give a value for that. So here I'm going to set this, then at sql equal to, give quotations, and here you can pass your query. Okay, so you can give your query in string format, like select star from att. Okay, so like this. Okay, then I'm going to print this. So now we can see, so what is inside the sql. Okay, so what is inside the sql variable? Let's check. So you can see here, select star from att is in at sql variable. Okay, so now you can run your query by using your variable. So how to do that? Just uh, give execute instead of print. Okay, so just exec. Okay, that is a short form of execution. You can give like this. Okay, exec and open and close parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis you can pass your variable. Okay, so now I run this. You can see here our query has executed. Okay, our query has executed and we get the results, right? So you can pass your query in string format. Okay, like this. Okay, and do you have any doubts? Okay, then let's see some steps for making a dynamic pivot table. Okay, so we have some options like left and right. Okay, so the left and right is used to grab your strings, like if you go with python, you are using indexing and slicing, right? Okay, in at the same process, but here we are using left and right method. Okay, let's see how to do that. Here I'm going to set some value. Okay, so I'm going to reassign at sql equal to, and here I'm going to give left. Okay, so left means uh, if you want to print, select. Okay, so if you want to print, select, and you have to start from left. Okay, so if you want to print att, you can start from right. That's all, and it grabs the value from left, and if you're passing right, that is grab the value from right. That's all. Okay, and here just you're going to pass your strings, like here I have a string in my sql variable. Okay, so I'm going to pass that at sql comma, then the value, what are the characters you want. Here the index position, we don't use any index positions here. Okay, here just pass how many characters you want to grab. Here I'm going to give select has 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm going to give 6. Then after that I just print what is inside the sql. Let's check. Print at sql. So I'm going to run this. So now you can see here the select has cropped. Okay, so grab, and we can grab any characters we want. Okay, so we can grab using left and right operators. Okay, then next, so now we'll start with dynamic pivot table. Okay, so first, so we have to fetch the column values first. Okay, so what column value we are going to convert column headers, so we have to fetch the values. Okay, so before that I'm going to declare some variable. Okay, so declare first, I'm going to give at column. This variable was for storing column values. Okay, so then at column n var character, and this is max. So I'm going to give a default value because I'm going to add something. Okay, so already we have seen in Python process, like a equal to a plus 1, we can give us a plus equal to 1, and it helps to counting the loop. Okay, so it helps to counting the loop, and it plus 1 and reassign to same variable. Okay, so we are going to do that. So that's why I'm uh, declaring something. Okay, so if you want to append the list in Python, so first you have to declare some empty list, right? At the same process, here I have declared some empty strings. Okay, so then just keep comma, and I'm going to add one more variable, that is SQL. That's also env character, that is max. Okay, here, so you need to give colon. Okay, so because in the next step we are going to use with operator. So the with operator is used to name your query. Okay, it helps to give a name to your query. Okay, so let's see how to do that. So the with, so before that you have to close the before statements, before lines. That's why I'm giving colon for that, and after that I'm going to give with. Then here you have to give a name. So what name you want, you can give here. Okay, so the name is used to fetch your queries. Okay, so like I'm going to give query, that's all, and give us then open and close brackets. Here you have to pass your column fetching query. Column fetching query means you have to calculate, or you have to fetch some column values, right? So column values means here I'm going to make the attendance date column values into column header. So here I'm going to give select distinct. Okay, select distinct and attendance, then attendance underscore date, and here I'm going to give some alias name, that is date, then from ATT. That's all. Okay, so and next, so by using with query you have to use select statement for grabbing the details from this query. Okay, so here you have to use select. I'm going to give select. Okay, I'm going to give select star from, first we will check what are the values in query. Okay, just give select star from query. Okay, so the query is the substitute name of this query. Okay, let's check. So now we can get 9 values from 12 to 20. Okay, so then here we are going to add some square brackets and commas. Okay, I'm going to give select at column because I'm going to add the values into column variable. Okay, here I'm going to do the a plus equal 1 concept. Okay, so that is reassigning the variable by adding some variable, that is some value. Okay, so let's check plus or and equal to, then plus here I just pass square brackets and then plus, and here you can pass your column name, that is date, okay, and plus here just pass close the square bracket, then comma, then from, okay, from query. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Now you can't see any values because the dates are added into at column. Okay, so now I'm going to print that variable. Okay, so now you can see the column values are converted into some particular format which we need. Okay, this format we need, right, for pivot table. And here we have to do one more process, that is, you can see the end of the list, the comma is extra. Okay, so we have to remove this. Okay, so by removing this comma, I'm going to give set then at column, and here I'm going to do the left operator function. Okay, here I'm going to pass at column because already we have some value in at column, right? I'm going to pass at column and give comma, then so we need to remove this comma, right? Okay, so in each time the value will increasing, right? So by the next day the value is 21, and the day after tomorrow the value will be 22, the next day 23, 24, 25. Okay, it's adding, right? So we can't give numbers here. Okay, so how to do that? So simple. Find first we have to find the length of this entire string or entire column value. Okay, let's do that. First I'm going to go length of at column, so and I'm going to give -1. So now it calculates the column value. Okay, so we already know the left operator is to print your value from left side to right, and depends upon what value you are giving here. Okay, so the value will be in integer. So the length function is used to calculate how many integers or how many values are in at column. Okay, then the -1, if the value if the length of that at column is 44 and the -1 43, and the value will be print from this only. Okay, so we don't get comma. Okay, that's why we give like this. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Now you can see here, okay, the value has printed without comma. Okay, so now we get the value. So now we get the column value. Next, so now we have calculated, and now we have done some logic for getting that column value. And after that, then here I'm going to give at SQL. Okay, here we have to set it. Okay, set at SQL equal to, so I'm going to give two ports. Okay, so give enter for a clear format. Okay, so you can give like this, right? And here first you have to type your data fetching query. Okay, that is select, and here we are going to give the pivot table syntax. Okay, so pivot table concept here. And first you have to type your data producing query. Okay, so that is select name comma attendance underscore date, that is I'm going to give us date and comma attendance underscore status. Okay, then I'm going to give us a status. Then from which table? ATT. Okay, this is a main query. Main query means a data producing query. Then after that I'm going to give select star from here. Then you have to close this and give a name for that, and here you have to pass pivot. Okay, and this is same as we have seen in our static pivot table, same query. Okay, just here I'm going to pass the static query into or in the string format, that is in SQL, and the string is called as n-var character form. Okay, here just pass pivot, then and here have to give the aggregation function here, that is status. Okay, then after that give for, and here you have to pass the column. Okay, which one you are going to convert the value into column header. Here I'm going to convert date. Okay, then after here just give in for that and open and close brackets. Okay, and here open and close bracket. Here we will do some logics. Okay, so because I'm going to pass the variable, right? So if you are passing variable name directly here, I'll show that at column I have passed it directly. So now I'm going to print this, print at column, sorry, print at SQL, right? Because we have given a query in SQL. Okay, SQL, yeah, you can see here. So the variable have not changed. Okay, so here we need column values, right? So we have to do some logics here. Okay, so if you are giving two quotes, inside the two quotes, that means inside the two quotes I'm going to give one more two quotes. Okay, and inside the single quotes you can give your variable. Like here you have to use plus symbol, and after that give at column. Okay, so now you can see here, so the at column shown in black color. Okay, so the same color of the variable. Okay, the reason is if you are giving single quotes, inside the single quotes the value is not a string. Okay, this is a concept, right? Here you can see here, so we have given some queries inside the single quotes, and I'm going to give the single quote inside the single quote. Okay, so in here I'm passing plus at column plus, because here I'm going to add like this, like a string concatenation, that's all. Okay, because already we have at column value is, these all are the column values, right? So here I have done some string concatenation. Okay, so plus this value. Okay, so and this single quotes from this single quotes from to here, and this is separate string, right? Because so here the single quotes ended here, right? So this is separate string and this is separate string. Okay, so I'm going to add both, and in the between I'm going I have passed some variable. Okay, so let's check. First I'm going to print and I'll show you the query. Okay, so now you can see here the values have printed. Okay, so now we get the exact pivot table query. Okay, and this is dynamic query. Okay, so now I'm going to execute it. So there is some errors here. Where is it? Select start from. Okay, pivot. Then yeah, here you have to give the name for pivot table. So now we get the data. Okay, and this is dynamic query, and this is dynamic query, and here you have not changed any values. Okay, so now we'll check. I'm going to add some extra data. Okay, to 21 to 23. So I'm going to check the data. So already we have 12 to 20, right? So I'm going to add some extra data. And here I'm going to crop some value for my reference. Okay, so totally we have 5 values, right? So I'm going to do top 5. Okay, then start from ATT. Yeah, so we get the value reference. I'm going to copy this, copy with headers. Then I'm going to delete here. So then just open your Excel. So I'm going to feed some extra rows. Okay. Here. So I'm going to paste it. Yeah. Then already we have 20 dates, right? So I'm going to give 21. Then I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to change 22. Okay. Yeah. So now we have 22. Then I'm going to add one more. Yeah. So here now we have 21, 22, and 23. Totally 3 days record. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. What happened? Yeah. Then here I'm going to feed the data. Okay. So already we have 45 records. I'm going to add some records here from 21 to 23. Yeah. So the records are added. Okay. So let's check. So we have not changed any valuation query, right? So it's a dynamic query. You don't need to change any columns or any values here. Just run this query. So now we get the data from 23. So if you are doing static pivot table, you have to mention the dates. Okay, so if you want to print from 23, you have to mention the 23 dates. Okay, so if you go with a dynamic query, it is not necessary because it is automatically fetch the data from your table and easily converts into the column value. Okay, and this is a dynamic query. Okay, so any doubts you want this query?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll share in the group, and I hope you are all, yeah, I hope you are all started your projects, right? Have you started?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We'll ask you if we have any doubts, sir.
What ma? What doubt? Hello. Okay, so do you have any doubts? Text me. I'll reply you. Okay, and then, so thank you all. So I expect your projects on Monday. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.